Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. This week you have two assignments due Wednesday. One's a discussion and the other one is answering questions. So first you're going to free write on the topic of stereotypes and how we do it or examples of it or however you want to go. And then you're going to read The Danger of a Single Story and then answer questions about it that'll help engage you with the content. And that's one of the articles, essays that you can write about later. So I'm just going to say a couple things. Google Docs, everybody did great for the most part. Everyone is set up, but remember, I have to be able to edit. I need to be able to not just access or view, but edit. And I sent you emails if it didn't work out quite right. So check your email. I think I made an announcement as well. So you got to kind of stay in tune with those if you want to get all the credit. So once that document situation is set up, then I can just easily comment. Speaking of commenting on submissions, I do want to let you know that when you submit one of the assignments that's for 10 points, I don't grade, grammar and punctuation, all that sort of thing. But I do pull from those submissions to show you examples. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to share the screen. So what I'm going to show you is something called class notes, and it's something that you have. So you just open in a new tab so you can take a look at this. And this is the Zoom link that I'm using now, but every time I open up a Zoom, it becomes a new invitation. So if we need to have a meeting together, you and I can work it out personally, one-to-one if we need to. Don't worry about that. Anyway, I wanted to tell you something about punctuation, and punctuation is usually the way that you join sentences. And think of it as what you wear to a job interview. It may not be the most profound, spiritual essence of your capabilities, but it's what you're wearing. It's how you look, how you're presenting yourself. Think of punctuation that way. And sometimes I can see from, free writing and such, if it maybe it's going to be an issue. And that's something that you'd want to clean up for a million reasons if you can. Just to take your writing to the next level. A good, sentence joining is always going to clarify and make your writing more easily digestible to whoever's reading it. But also it just looks better. Okay. So today we're just going to take one example that I got from your writing, and here we have it. If you don't take the time to train your dog, it can have bad habits. This sentence was originally submitted like this, without a comma. Now, what we're going to talk about is the word subordinating, subordinating conjunctions. And those are words like when, if, because, although, whenever, during, as, while. And here we have the word if, okay? So when you have the word if, let's say you have two full sentences. You don't take the time to train your dog, it can have bad habits. Those are full sentences. When you add if, it changes the fact that those are full sentences. It makes it an incomplete sentence. If you don't take the time to train your dog, it can have bad habits. So the way you join these two changes depending on where that if appears. When the if is in the beginning, it needs a comma to separate the two parts of the sentences. So you do need to put it right there. Here comes the underline. And then here's another one that was originally like this. When I look at pit bulls, I only have one stereotype come to mind. All right, so you have if and when, and those are subordinating conjunctions. So usually just heads up when you're beginning a sentence with one of those, there may be cause for you to use a comma as you attach the subsequent sentence that is a complete sentence. Now, identifying what's a complete sentence is something that you're a little bit on your own for. I mean, you're going to have to be able to identify complete sentences as they appear in your writing. Anyway, so here's the trick of it. If the word like it, when, if, because does not come in the beginning, but comes in the second part of the sentence, then there's no comma. So we take the same, let me move this out of the way. And we'll put this up top. If you take the same sentence let's put them closer. These two are the same, but the order is reversed. I only have one stereotype come to mind when I look at pit bulls. So here we have when over here. And so that means there's no comma. Now, I don't know why that's the rule, but it is. So if it comes in the beginning, comma, if it comes in the second part of the sentence or the subsequent, no comma. Okay, so here is a document that I will often put in the comments, and I've got the link to it right here. Sentence joining, we'll talk about that. But here is, and I've divided it into the two big mistakes because I want you guys to be able to follow how can I clean this up or learn the principle so that I have it with me always. It's one thing to fix it, say, I want to get a grade for a paper, but once you understand it, then you can apply it everywhere and you'll look super cool. Maybe not in texting, but even in texting, it might really set you apart. Anyway, here's a list of subordinating conjunctions. And then here's what I just described. When the sentence begins and is followed by a complete sentence, use a comma. When the order is reversed, do not use a comma. So I put that in pretty simple language, and then I have an example there again. Okay, so there's the links. And then here, this one is another example of, it's a slideshow of only the subordinating conjunction issue. And it's a different sentence that comes as an example. Because I love Santa Barbara, comma, I will stay here. I love Santa Barbara is a complete sentence. Because I love Santa Barbara is not. Anyway, so that same, when it begins the sentence, it gets a comma. When it follows, it doesn't. That same principle applies. Anyway, so there you have two links and one common problem. So hopefully that is going to be helpful to you. So I just want to show you one other thing that I think is helpful. So there are the class notes. If you want to access these notes, they're over there on the left-hand side. There you go. But I do want you just marching through your assignments by going to modules. And you'll see we're in week 2, and you just click on what you've got to do. And look at our pit bulls, aren't they cute? Stereotypes. So, and a lot of you have some very interesting takes on it. And I really appreciate your creativity in describing how this can, stereotypes can manifest. Okay, whoops. I kind of got out of our, oops. All right, so maybe I'll just stop the share and just finish up there. So all you need to know is there's 2 assignments this week, and just march through the modules and then submit Google Docs with editing. I need to be able to edit. Anyone can edit is the safest thing in the world to do. And then I can just get in there, I can make a change, and then you can see what I did, or I can say something to you directly. Sometimes I make group comments, like this one is a group comment, like, hey, everyone, you got to think about joining sentences correctly. And it's sort of a surface error, but it kind of does matter. So let's address it. Okay, good luck. And if you have any questions, as ever, email me, and I'm here, until 3:30 today, if you want to do a little Zoom. And good luck, and make sure you read carefully and answer the questions. It's always good to put a quote into the question, the answers to the questions for your assignment, if you can. We haven't quite got to how you do that, but it's a coming. All right, good luck.